Good evening, groovy citizens, and happy, satisfying Sunday. Now, I know what you're thinking. Sunday? Yes, I did not, and I do apologize, but I did not get a chance to do a video yesterday because yesterday, as I shared with you all on Friday, yesterday was my sister's birthday. So my day was packed yesterday. Can I just tell you that? Yesterday morning, I had communion prep because today is Communion Sunday at my church. So we had to set up for communion on yesterday. And then I had a nail appointment at 1:15, which I was about 10 minutes late for, but that's neither here nor there. I still made it. So I had a nail appointment. Then I had to go home, get myself together. Thank you. I had to get myself together to get to my sister's house because we all rode together and we went to eat at, where did we go? We went to eat at Stony River. I believe that's where we went to go eat. But anyway, had a good time sitting around, laughing and talking and just, reminiscing and just really having a good time, talking about our family reunion that we have every year. And like I said, we just had a good time, okay? So before I knew it, and I got back to my sister's house to get my truck so that I could come home, it was already starting to get dark. I said, no, I can't not get this video done. And I was going to push it, but I just didn't have enough outside light to do the video. So I won't lie, I was a little sad. But hey, here I am. And guess what? I'll be back again tomorrow. So that's good. So y'all get me 2 days in a row. Even though tomorrow is Memorial Day, I still will be back to do another video. So having said that, you guys, let me jump in here and get this done because my other half has been blowing up my phone because he's hungry and we're going to go get something to eat and then just chill for the rest of the evening. Plus, oh, honey, let me tell you, Metropolitan Baptist Church, that's all I'm gonna tell you. Go look it up because both services today were phenomenal. We had two different words and I'm trying to tell you, it was phenomenal. That's all I'm gonna say. If you follow me on Facebook, go to my page and you can see the 10:15 service there. If you're on YouTube, type in Metropolitan Baptist Church and you'll be able to see both the 8 o'clock and the 10:15 service. Now, let's get into this topic. So I'm going to be sharing some clear signs of maturity. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Michelle, I think I know when I've matured. Okay, but these are based on Stoic philosophies. And if you know me, then you know I love a lot of the Stoic philosophies, which is why I share them with you. I have 7 to share with you, and then I'm going to let you be. Number 1, you know when someone is lying, but you simply smile and move on. Now remember, we're talking about clear signs of maturity. See, because the old you would have verbally beat that individual down for lying in your face. And there's nothing worse. Well, other than maybe lying behind your back, but there's nothing worse than somebody getting in your face and telling you a bald-faced lie. Nothing worse. But you have matured when you can sit there and look at them. My arms are folded, you just can't see it. And your arms are folded, and you're looking at them, and you're nodding, and you're smiling. You're going, okay. And then you just going about your business. You let it go. You don't verbally cut them down. You don't cuss them out. You don't jack them up. You just let it go. Number 2, you appreciate the peace that comes when people know little about your personal life. Let me say this. It is a good thing when people think they know all there is to know about you. But in reality, they don't know half of what goes on in your personal life. And here's the thing. This is why I tell people all the time. You don't have to put all of your business out there on social media. I get it. I get it that that's what these social media platforms are for you to share with your friends, to share with your family. My family and I, we have a closed group so that we can share things with one another in that group. But there are things that even I wouldn't put in that group to share with my family. Now, my immediate family, that's one thing. But some things I don't even feel the need to share with my family as a whole. Love them dearly, but you just don't have to tell everybody everything. And I'm saying all this to say that if you are one of those people that you love to put every single thing that you do or that goes on in your family, in your relationships, on your job, whatever. Now, if it's funny, yeah, share it, because we do always want a good laugh. But you don't have to tell people everything. It hurts me when I see people put things on Facebook that should have stayed between them and the other individual, regardless of who that individual is. I mean, they're going into the weeds of things that are going on. And it's like, yeah, no, baby, we don't need to know all that. If you and your boyfriend are beefing, don't put all his business out there. You ain't got to tell everybody that he smokes weed or he sells drugs. And you, sir, you don't have to tell everybody that she done slept with half of her community. Come on now. Some things you just keep to yourself. So let people wonder. I had a post that I put up a few years ago, and I can't remember where I even got it or if I still have. I guess I could search through my photos on Facebook, and it says something like, I share very little about myself because I want people to wonder or to think that I'm broke and nobody wants my ass. That's exactly what the quote said. I didn't say it. I'm just repeating what it said. And I like that because everybody doesn't need to know everything about me. So stop. You can be at peace when you don't have to put all your business out there. Number 3, you prioritize your mental health over any relationship. Let me just say this. There is not a relationship in this world, and I notice I said in this world, that should come before your mental health. Your mental health is everything. If you don't have control over your mental health, baby, you have nothing. So if you are in a relationship with a man or a woman or whoever it is that they identify with, or whatever it is that they identify with, and mentally you are falling apart, I need you to cut it off. Cut it off. If it's starting to mess with your mental health, you need to let it go. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter who it is. Your mental health is important. And too many times, there's something flying around in here. Sorry, I don't want to let my air out, but I don't know what the heck. I hope that's not a mosquito. Too many times we allow outside things to break us down. Now, I'm going to say this and I'm going to move on. But if ever I get to a point and something is messing with my mental state, somebody's going to get hurt. So it's best for me to just back off and say, all right, Lord, I give it over to you. Because you know I don't fare well in these situations. I don't work well in these situations at all. So I'm leaving you with this thought. If mentally you are at a place where you are broken and you feel like you're at a point of no return, sweetie, let that thing go and take care of yourself. You are important. There are too many people in this world that are depending on you. And it really hurts me when I see someone who is mentally broken and you've got little people counting on you. And you've got maybe some teens, early teens, that are counting on you. You've got family members that are counting on you. Because maybe you're kind of a sort of a part-time maybe caregiver. But you're letting this, whatever this thing is over here, beat you down. Baby, you better let that stuff go. Number 4, you find it much easier to distance yourself from friends who lack ambition or motivation. I'm going to just say this. I love all of God's children. I love everybody. Even if I don't like you, I still love you. You know why? Because I can love you with the love of God. Not with Michelle's love, but with the love of God. But I digress. Let me say this. If you have friends and you can love them from now until Jesus comes back in his good sandals, you hear what I'm saying? But if they lack ambition and they are okay with being where they are, and being where they are is just doing enough, having enough, They have no ambition to want to do more, to want to be better, do better. I mean, none of that. Baby, you got to cut them off. You can still love them, but they should not be in your inner circle. I am so thankful. And when I tell you I'm thankful, I wish I could show you, but I am so thankful that my inner circle consists of individuals who are go-getters, individuals who want so much more out of life. They're happy where they are, but they want so much more out of life. Those are the people that I want to surround myself with. You know why? Because those are the people that encourage me to want to keep going when I feel like giving up. Because guess what? I don't care how motivated you are, how rich you are, successful, any of that. There is going to come a time when you feel like just giving up. Because it seems like every time you take 4 steps forward, you get pushed back 20. And eventually you just say, you know what, Lord, forget it. I'm tired. And you want to give up. But I have to say that if you have the right inner circle, you're going to keep going. See, because they're depending on you and you're watching their success. So that's going to encourage you to keep going. It made me think about a song that I love by Marvin Winans, and he says, I've seen you work in others, and I want you to work in me. That's how I feel about the people in my inner circle. When I see them succeeding and that they keep pushing no matter what, I say, all right, Lord, I see you blessing them. I see that you are making a way for them. So I need you to do the same for me. That's powerful right there. Number 5, you learn from everyone, but only take advice from those who are where you aspire to be. I've talked about this before. It's okay to learn. See, I learned something from everybody, good, bad, or indifferent. I learned something from everybody. Sometimes some people teach me what not to do. I mean, seriously, some people teach me what not to do when I get into certain situations because I watch how they handle things. And so I learned something from everybody. However, I take advice only from those people who are where I want to be. Those entrepreneurs who have been successful in getting their coaching businesses up and running, those are the people I want to take advice from because I see what they've done. You ever see these commercials and people will get on there and say, I started out with nothing and I have grown this huge business, whatever it may be. And you can do the same. All you have to do is buy my ebook or register for my workshop. And the cost is $49.99. And I'll teach you everything that I did to become successful. And what do people do? They raise their hand. Oh, I want the course. I want the book. And they sign up. They pay their money. Here's my thing with that. You don't know that person from anybody else. You're taking their word. They've told you that they started with nothing and now they're successful and they made their first $1 million in 6 months or whatever it is that they tell you. And maybe they did. I don't know. But what I'm trying to drive home is you don't know that for sure. And we are always quick to jump on the bandwagon when somebody says they can share or they will share their top 5, top 10 tips for becoming successful because they did it. So certainly you can do it. And they ask you for a small amount of money or sometimes a large amount of money. But my point is, you don't know for sure that they can deliver on what they said. You're going by what it sounds good. So you're going to go by what they said. Here's my thing. When I say take advice learn from everybody, but take advice only from those people who are successful. I'm talking about people that you know personally, and you've watched them grow from having nothing to now having a lot. That's what I'm talking about. Be careful who you take advice from because your pockets can get empty very quickly. Number 6, you never force anyone to prioritize you. Now, again, remember, y'all, we're talking about clear signs of maturity. You have matured when you never force anybody to prioritize you. See, here's my thing. If I have to force you to make me a priority, then you've already told me everything I needed to hear. You've spoken loud and clear that I am not a priority to you. And so I need to go on about my business, because I shouldn't have to make you. And I see people do this, not all the time, but I've seen people do this. And I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, am I missing something here? Because if you have to force that person to make you a priority, then why are you there? Why not go and find somebody that can automatically make you a priority? You don't have to try to force them to do anything. They do it because you are a priority in their lives. But again, when you've matured, you don't have to force anybody. You just know who to cut off. So you don't have to make me a priority, but I can cut you off just like this. And I do it so smoothly that eventually you look around and go, wait a minute, I haven't heard from Shell in a while. It's been a month or so. And you pick up the phone, hey, what's up? I haven't heard from you. Well, you've been so busy that I decided to remove myself from the situation. Enjoy your life. Continue to do whatever it is that you've been doing without me. And I'm serious. I say that, I mean it, and I stick with it, because I'm not going to force anybody to make me a priority in their lives. And number 7, last but not least, you recognize that nobody owes you anything. Let me say that one more time. You recognize that nobody owes you anything. You're responsible for your victories. That's a great way to end, y'all. Too often people sit back and think that people owe them something. Nobody owes you anything. You are responsible for the victories that you're looking for. And God can do that with you, but you've got to do your part. Too often people sit back, they don't want to do their part, but they want people to support their business. They want people to put them on this pedestal. People don't owe you anything. Because see, here's the other thing. A lot of times when you're an entrepreneur, people think that automatically, off the top, their families, their church family, their biological families, their co-workers, their neighbors' friends, their family's friends, and all that other good stuff, that these people should automatically support your business. They don't owe you anything. You've got to get out there and you've got to put in the work. You've got to do what you need to do in order to be the success that you're looking to be. Because again, nobody owes you anything. And it's sad that there are too many people in this world who feel entitled, who feel like the world just owes them everything. They do not. I am here to tell you, they do not. So if you're looking for a new job, just keep in mind, nobody owes you that. You've got to go out there and you've got to put in the work. If you're looking for a successful relationship, nobody owes you anything. You've got to put in the work. You've got to sit down with your significant other and say, okay, honey, listen, I want this to work. So let's come to the table and talk about what we can do more of or less of in order for this relationship to work. If you want that business to be a success, you've got to do your part. You've got to make sure your website is constantly up to date. You've got to make sure that people know how to get in contact with you. You've got to make sure that your business is out there on social media. You've got to make sure that you are talking about your business everywhere you go. You've got to make sure that if opportunities come up for you to present your business, that you are going out there to do your part. Why? Because nobody owes you anything. Now, having said that, you guys, I'm going to bid you good day so that I can go in here and put on some pants. Well, I have on shorts, but that's not what I'm going to wear out. So I'm going to put on some pants so I can go out here and get me some nourishment and then sit back and rest for the rest of the evening, because y'all, after church, I haven't even had a nap. You know why? Because I came home and I'm still on my editing project that I shared with you all a couple of days ago. Maybe it was Wednesday I told you about it. But anyway, because next Friday or next Friday, or when is, yeah, next Saturday is the 1st. So by next Friday, I've got to get this book, have this book completely edited, which it will be, and upload it so it can be out there and ready to go on the 1st. Now, when you do upload, and that's a whole nother video for a whole nother time, but when you upload your book, it does take, I think, like a day or something for the system to run all through it, you know, this new AI technology, and make sure everything is where it's supposed to be, and that it is ready for purchase on Amazon. So if you all pray for me, I will continue to pray for you. Having said that, I want to say thank you so much for giving me just a little bit of your time to speak life into you, as always, because that is what I have been called to do while I work a 9-to-5. But I'm still pursuing that on a full-time basis, because what did I say? Nobody owes you anything. You've got to put in the work. And that's what I do. So, having said that, if you're new to watching my videos, I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I do car conversations technically Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. However, if you caught the beginning of the video, I told you I did not get a chance to do one on yesterday because it was my sister's birthday and I just had so many things to do. And as you can see, I call it car conversation because I'm sitting in my truck doing this video. And when the sun is out and it gets hot, even if I turn my truck around the opposite direction, because it's so hot, it causes my phone to overheat and it'll shut off. So I have to do it like in the early mornings. I'm gonna say around about 6:30 in the morning, to be honest with you. Well, 6:30ish, because from then on, it starts to get hot very quickly now. And if I don't, I have to wait until later in the evening. So it is what it is, right? And I would prefer, to be honest with you, to do it later in the evening because then I don't have to get up earlier than I need to. So if this is not your first rodeo, I want to say welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys, go out there, have a happy Memorial Day tomorrow, and remember the reason for this holiday. I know that for the majority of us, it is a holiday and we're just happy to be off. Let's keep it all the way real. But let's remember our veterans who have served this great country. Is it a perfect country? Absolutely not. But let's remember those who have served, okay? I am so thankful that when I say served, I'm talking about serve this country and have lost their lives doing so. Let's not forget about them, okay? Let's please not ever forget about them. And something else I was going to say before my neighbor came out of her house and distracted me. I forgot what it was, but anyway. Oh, I know I was going to say. So if you are going out this evening, or if you're going to go out tomorrow on the actual holiday, whatever you do, wherever you go, as always, please have fun. Have fun for me, because I will be editing all day tomorrow. And not only do I want you to have fun for yourself and for me, but also be careful. Wherever you go, whatever you do, please be careful, because I love you all to the moon and back, and I don't want anything to happen to you. If a situation doesn't look right, just say, I'm not going there. Or that person looks a little shady, so I'm not going to fool with them either. Have fun, but be careful, okay? Because I want you to come back here tomorrow and all of next week to allow me to speak life into you, okay? Love you all. You know the drill, and you definitely know the spiel. I love you to the moon and back, and there's nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing that you can ever do to change that, because it doesn't change. It doesn't, and it won't change. I love you all so much, and I want nothing but the best for you. Always remember, the best is yet to come for you. The best is yet to come for me. You all, we are going to be successful. Hear what I say. If I believe it, I need you to believe it. Love you. We'll talk again tomorrow.